Chicago police seek public's help to identify suspect in CTA bus robbery in Brighton Park. Residents of Brighton Park and frequenters of the CTA bus system should heighten their vigilance following a reported robbery incident. According to the Chicago Police Department, an individual's cell phone was forcefully taken by a man on a CTA bus making its journey through the 3800 block of S. Archer Avenue. This alarming event took place on June 28, around 5:02 p.m., and has since sparked calls for public assistance in identifying the suspect responsible for this brazen act of theft. With an eye out for suspicious behavior, the authorities have released a detailed description of the suspect involved. The alleged offender is described as a male African American between 25 to 30 years old, standing at 5'8" and weighing 175 to 180 pounds. Having a beard, he was last seen wearing clothing that included a short-sleeved shirt with white stripes on the front and sleeves, gray-colored jeans that noted for their rips on the legs, and white-colored Air Jordan 2 gym shoes. The investigators have stressed the urgency of the situation and the need for community engagement to apprehend the individual in question. The Chicago Police Department's community alert advises the public to stay vigilant and to remember key details like their location, in case such an unfortunate occurrence were to arise. Moreover, the alert suggests that if one finds themselves confronted by a potential thief, the best course of action is to remain calm and avoid pursuit. In the event of an emergency, individuals should take note of any distinct attire or physical traits of the assailant, leverage the emergency button functionality, and immediately get in touch with law enforcement. For those seeking more information or who might have any leads that could assist in the ongoing investigation, they are urged to contact the mass transit detectives. The importance of making these timely reports cannot be overstressed, ensuring that others may not fall victim to similar scenarios. It started as just another weekday evening in Brighton Park. The No. 62 Archer bus rolled along quietly, its headlights slicing through the humid July twilight, its passengers weary but unbothered. Mothers with strollers, teens with earbuds, seniors gripping their shopping bags. Nobody knew that within minutes, their ride would become the scene of a crime that would ripple far beyond the bus route. Now, 3 days later, the Chicago Police Department has launched a citywide appeal. Flyers, social media posts, and television segments are broadcasting the same headline. Do you know this man? But let's rewind. Let's piece it together. The incident. It happened on Tuesday around 7:45 p.m. near the corner of Archer Avenue and Western, a stop nestled between the fast food joints and family-run tendas of Brighton Park. The bus had just pulled away when a man in a navy hoodie, gray sweatpants, and a black mask stood up. Surveillance video would later reveal he had boarded at the previous stop, looking down at his phone, hood up, blending in like any other passenger trying to avoid the heat. He moved with eerie calm toward the back of the bus, where a young man in his early 20s, later identified as Arturo Luna, a local college student, sat scrolling through music. The suspect suddenly lunged, brandishing what appeared to be a small pistol. He demanded Arturo's phone, wallet, and backpack. What made this robbery stand out wasn't just the audacity, but what happened next. According to several passengers, the man didn't stop at Arturo. He pivoted. A woman who had been live streaming a call with her sister was ordered to toss her iPhone in a plastic Jewel-Osco bag he pulled from his hoodie. A teen's earbuds, an older man's debit card. Item after item was surrendered under threat. Some passengers froze. Others looked away, terrified the suspect might escalate. Within minutes, he pulled the bus's emergency cord, forced the driver to open the door near 38th Street, and vanished into the narrow alley behind a shuttered hardware store. He left no fingerprints, no dropped items, just stunned silence and a rattled community. The aftermath. This wasn't a typical grab and run, said Officer Dana Kralik, lead investigator on the case. This was calculated. He chose a bus, a location, and a time when he knew people would be distracted and tired. That's not random. Police have released several grainy surveillance images showing the suspect's eyes, the only visible part of his face, darting around as if he expected trouble. And perhaps he did. We believe he's done this before, Kralik added during a Thursday press conference. There's a familiarity in his movements, a level of control that tells us this wasn't rattled. CTA drivers on that route have requested added police presence during evening hours. Some passengers have temporarily switched to the pink line or even started carpooling. But the investigation isn't just about fear. It's about clues. A city of eyes. Chicago is a city of watchers. Storefront cameras, porch cams, bystanders with smartphones. And that's exactly what police are hoping will turn the tide. Someone saw something, Officer Kralik said. Whether it was a man jogging with a bag that night or someone ditching a phone in a trash can, there's a detail out there that can crack this open. Police are focusing on a few leads. A woman named Rosa Martinez, who had just stepped off the bus before the robbery, claimed she saw someone sprinting across Western Avenue, hopping a fence into an abandoned lot. He moved like he knew exactly where he was going, she said. A CTA mechanic reviewing older footage from the week prior noticed a man in the same clothing boarding buses along the same route, but never staying long. He was scouting, the mechanic told detectives. A phone recovered 2 blocks away, wiped clean but traceable to one of the victims, offers the faintest digital trail. The tech teams warn it may be a dead end. Community involvement. A flyer has gone up across Brighton Park and neighboring Gage Park. Help us find him. $5,000 reward for information leading to arrest. It features a still from the bus camera. The suspect's shadowed eyes, hood drawn tight. It's a haunting image. At Brighton Community Church, Pastor Luke Gallegos held a vigil on Thursday evening for victims of violence, specifically mentioning Arturo Luna, who's still shaken but physically unharmed. We must turn fear into resolve, she said to a crowd of nearly 200. Brighton Park will not become a hunting ground. Meanwhile, Arturo has returned to class at Daly College, though his daily commute has changed. I take the train now, he said in a brief interview. I keep looking over my shoulder. I know he's still out there. The profile. Though the suspect's identity is unknown, CPD behavioral analysts are building a profile. Age, likely between 25 and 35. Build, medium height, athletic frame. Behavior, confident, controlled, non-aggressive unless challenged. Likely local. Knows alleyways and escape routes too well to be a stranger to Brighton Park. Police believe he may have attempted similar robberies elsewhere, possibly along the 47th Street or Ashland bus routes. Anyone with dashcam footage or eyewitness reports from similar incidents is urged to contact the tip line. A turning point. Cases like this can either fade into cold files or ignite breakthroughs. In 2019, a similar string of CTA robberies was solved when a teen recognized a suspect's shoes from a viral TikTok video. In 2021, facial recognition software flagged a hoodie logo that linked a suspect to a robbery on the Blue Line. Today, it may be something as small as a graffiti tag on the suspect's bag or a shoe print in that abandoned alley that blows the case open. Final plea. As Officer Kralik said in closing, this man may think he's invisible, but we have thousands of eyes watching. If you know something, even if it seems small, speak up. because it may be the one thing we need to keep our city safe.